officially begin. We have to see if there's any more of these stuff. Blah 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 blah. We are going to rotate this button. Yeah. Drag it. I hate to do this, but you know, what can I say? I'm another guy. I used to do things. I'm not. This. Content. Line. Okay, now it worked. We can go back. You know what I mean? I think YouTube Studio kind of like this because it gets very, very, very quirky. What the heck? Oh. That. Again. 5. Turn the volume is turned off, you know what I mean? This will set up here.
I did. I'm gonna have to reach my hand in there. Get something out of there. Come on, puppy. Go try and go poo-poo. Come on, try and go poo-poo. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
Do this slowly. You know how it's like setting up some stuff. You know what it's like. It's a nightmare. I don't know what the heck this is. Why is this? Why is ChatGPT? Okay, we're doing this. We're gonna drag you. We're gonna go whoop. This. This. Okay. We gotta figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. I know a lot of people don't know me. My name is Matthew Elijah Rozak, also known as the Weather Guy, the Weather Dude from Weather Fusion, formerly known as the Weather Champ. And yes, I did change the name for a reason. I was unable to find it on YouTube. In fact, I remember I tested this theory. I was like, do you know what? I have a great idea. Let's just, I don't know, do some stuff. Like, keep the name the same and see what happens. Pull up the Weather Channel. Change your name to Weather Fusion. Easy to find. Okay, no chance. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to begin with our beautiful snowstorm. If you look on the radar right here, ignore the fan in the background. That's just a computer. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. What the heck? Two things, in my opinion. We're going to have snow. In fact, according to reports, it is snowing right now, including eyewitnesses' accounts. So because of that, it is snowing, ladies and gentlemen. I also want to point out that we also had a phone call that South Lyon School District has officially been closed. What is the reason? A snow day has been issued for South Lyon, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is snow. Step out of the way. This is all snow right here, moving, and appears to be east. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having school districts closed left and right. We got, like I said, our first phone call we got was South Lyon District, and according to WHMI, totally didn't know. I totally looked at it, and mostly witnesses accounts and stuff. But we can confirm that using WHMI momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not 100% sure if Harlan has been closed. We did run a snow test. Can't talk. Oh, what's it called? Okay. So we did run a thing called a snow day generator calculator. Logically, it basically calculates a snow day using AI technology and blah blah blah. Guess what? Do you know what it said? 50%. 50%! That in Hartland, Michigan. And could I have a snow day? It could happen. Seeing how the radar is, I think it's wrong. even though I could be wrong myself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be very, very bad. Like, look, I'll put the radar for you. Like, look at this. Snow. What the heck? Did I need to shrink that? No, that's fine. Gotta adjust some stuff again. You know what I mean? Do some adjusting here. Adjust. Do some adjusting to my split screen. Why? Because how yet things are not appearing that they should be appearing. This should go like that. Okay, I think it's somewhere we're just gonna shrink this. Okay, that's shrink. This is gonna be very, very large, like covering up like this. Covering up like this. How did I do it before? I already forgot myself. But hey, opinion is opinion. We're gonna move you a little bit like that. You know what I mean? Okay, unfortunately you're not gonna see that. Which makes this shrunk it a little bit. This is gonna move that. There we go. Fixed it. Sorry about that. That has some technical issues. Ladies and gentlemen who are hopefully just joined us, and now that's only I don't care about your E-trade stuff. I'll plant new trees and blah blah blah. And I kind of do care, kind of don't care at this time. This is a breakthrough. First time snowing. Okay, well there's snow on the ground in Michigan, but you know what I mean. Okay. Talk about this. Let's talk about this. Okay. This little dot right here. It's not us. That is part of Lansing. In fact, that's not even the location. In fact, this volunteer location thing is wrong. But hey, I just chose another point on the dot. This whole lump right here, ladies and gentlemen. Come around here. A little bit of outline. It's snow. That is going to move east. E-A-S-T. East. If that is going to move east, I mean a little bit northeast. That meant anything in this big area. Look how big, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. That's all snow. And it's going to move east. And maybe 951. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a snow day. Like, there's some heaviness of snow. This is light snow. But this storm moved going this way, because this is a whole giant hook that wants to swing around at us. So if this thing moves just enough spot, you're going to have school closures left and right. For example, I did some research on this. Detroit school, 3 to 7 inches, school's out. Grayling to Traverse City, 6 or 7 inches. Yeah, you're welcome, people who like Gen Z stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't like to be. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at least 6 or 7 more. You know what? So, what does this tell me? What does this tell us? Like, this doesn't tell us nothing. It tells us something. For example, we play our radar. Okay, this heaviness is going to dissipate, but boom. Boom, it spreads out, but then 1:15. That's when all the snow here is going to dissipate at 1:15 a.m. Like, bloop, the whole big blob. Bye-bye. It dissipates. Why? There's no moisture. A water cycle. Remember the water cycle from a few live streams and videos, ladies and gentlemen? Remember that. Excuse me real quick. I got to do some stuff. Ignore my stuff. Connect to the internet so maybe it'll work. If it doesn't work, figure a way out. I'm busy right now. Okay, we had some technical difficulties. We solved them. We probably solved the radar 50 million times already. That's totally fine. You guys did not see anything. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. One more time. Tuesday the 9th, 12:05, dissipates. This makes sense. Flash Mill Snow Day, ladies and gentlemen. It makes total sense. I don't know. I'm not in charge of the weather. I predict the weather. But hey, that's not my problem. That's your problem if you have a problem with the snow. I'm just giving you some advice. Okay, we're done with it. We saw it 50 million times. We can go to our severe weather. Okay, where is it? Severe weather. What the heck is this? I see yellow, red, a bunch of other phenomena stuff. And yeah, I stuttered on purpose. It's a mouthful. If I touch one of those, these are warnings. For example, yellow is if you look right down here, for that who didn't notice this, pull up my smartboard here. Dismiss. Right here, you have your key. Mild, moderate, severe, and extreme. What do those mean? Well, for starters, these are warnings. Yes. Issued by who? NOAA, also known as National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. NOAA. Research facilities. In the NWS, also known as National Weather Service. Michigan, Lansing, Detroit, Fond du Lac, Milwaukee. There's a million National Weather Service everywhere. Now, the Weather Channel, for example, the Weather Channel, the AccuWeather, blah, 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 whatever. They don't issue warnings, folks. They tell you the warnings, but they don't issue warnings. So what do? Good question. They tell you advice, They tell you information. They tell you warnings, but they don't and predict the weather and stuff like that. But they do not tell you or issue any warnings. Like, right here, if I'm saying like, oh, there's a storm coming, I'm also issue a warning. It doesn't work like that, people. I can't just be like, tab, issue a warning. They can issue warnings on the website and make stuff up. Yeah, they can do that. But they can't issue warnings, folks, unless they really call the National Weather Service. Hello, National Weather Service, issue a warning for Lansing. We have a whole snowstorm coming for Lansing, Michigan. They already know that, folks. Why? Because they have Doppler radar. There's a thing called Doppler radar that shoots laser beams from point A to point B. Moving on. Anyway, starting from here. Get out my pen. Starting from right here. Right here. We call those. Branch them up here. Gale. Pardon my handwriting. Gale warnings. What do warnings do? What are gale warnings? If you haven't watched the Poseidon Adventure in the 2000s, or the Poseidon Adventure in 1990s, it's the same exact thing that can probably capsize a big cruise liner. But that was a joke. It can be very rough. People may fly overboard. But gale warnings, they are basically telling people, watch out. We have a big 100-foot wave that we don't recommend you going. And second of all, who the heck goes onto Lake Michigan in the middle of winter, your Christmas break, every school day, every school is going to have Christmas break, and who goes on Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Lake Erie, and Lake Huron? Who the heck will go on those lakes? It's freezing cold. The ice didn't melt yet. You're going to have trouble getting stuck in that, and you don't want to get stuck out there, because it will be a nightmare for SAR. Also not search and rescue. You don't want to go out there because it's too freezing cold and you get frostbite, and there's like no islands to protect you. Now Lake Superior? Oh, give me a break. Lake Superior is the #1 lake, in my opinion, in Michigan that had major shipwrecks. Oh my gosh, well, like Edmund Fitzgerald sank. Other ships sank. You know, if I were you people, I would not go on Lake Superior, especially in the middle of winter. I would never go on those lakes in the middle of winter, unless you have good heating and AC and an icebreaker. If you have those things, just don't get stuck in ice and watch out for the gales and winds. It'll be very bad for you if you get stuck. And if you're like, oh, he didn't warn me. Warn me. Oh, I warned you. But you did not take my advice. Okay. Moving on. The rest of the stuff here are most likely winter warnings. Blizzard warnings. My advice to you guys is don't go outside, especially in the middle of the blizzard. Like, in the middle of a blizzard, it is dangerous. In fact, I am 99.99% sure that this right here, all this red, in fact, I was shaded in for you. All of this red right here, and just some of this orange, going to be blizzard warning. Part of my... What the heck is a blizzard warning? ladies and gentlemen, here's my advice to anybody who's in these areas. Pull up the handy dandy whiteboard presented by Microsoft. Excuse me, one second. Okay. Advice for you. Advice for you. Number 1. Pack first aid kit. No, it shouldn't be like that. How's it spelled? Okay, I don't. First aid. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2. Get a generator. Number 3. Have an escape route. No, I don't know why it's... No, I'm not. Number 4. Listen to news. 4 updates. And number 5. Pack your needed supplies. I don't know if you guys can read my headline, but that's what I find if you can. Okay. If you can't, that is. Okay. Pack a first aid kit. This is golden. And this is also golden. Get a generator. Recommendation for you. Get a generator. Have an escape route, please. Listen to the news for updates. That's another thing. If you can't listen to the news, I'm sorry, but my advice, here's my another advice for you. That goes along with this. Food. Water. First aid kit. First aid kit, I have other stuff on the NOAA website. First aid kit. Bandages, nothing first aid kit. Flashlight, yes, flashlight. Definitely a flare. Why do you need a flare? If you're in an ocean, or should I say like Michigan or Lake Superior, you're going to need a flare. Lastly, a ham radio. Or just a radio. What the heck is a ham radio? Let me explain. A ham radio is not made out of ham, folks. A ham radio is a radio that you need a license for. And it's usually made for one thing. It's distance, communication. It's more like a, I don't know how you pronounce it. Not pronounce it, I don't know how you explain it. It's more like a phone. You know, I have a phone call, and like, oh, I'm gonna call somebody on my phone. Hey, hello, Jimmy, how are you? You blow up a train yet? Yeah. It's kind of like that. A ham radio is a phone. I'm not 100% sure it's portable. It's more like a satellite phone too, but uses instead of cell towers, internet, satellite, it uses radio waves. How do those work? You picture waves in the ocean. Now, obviously, if you could see a wave, an invisible radio wave, that would be kind of cool. But if you want to track one thing, you can't do that. Why? There are so many radio waves in your house, outside, everywhere. What are the radio waves for? Radio, phones, because phones use cell towers and do communication, so we need to have radio waves for that. Ham radios, regular radios, TV, and yes, there's TVs that use actual waves like internet and stuff like that. Don't forget the internet. Don't forget airplanes, they use radio for radio waves. And a bunch more. So if you have superpowers that can view radio waves, you're gonna have a very tough time to figure out which one is which. Assuming I can be finding needle in a haystack. Picture a haystack taller than an Empire State Building. That would just here all the way up to Mars. No, wait. All the way past our galaxy, past the Milky Way. That's how big it is, folks. And find a needle in that. I wouldn't do that. Me neither. So you're happy you don't have superpowers. Okay, dismiss that. Okay, now we understand what those stuff is. And we understand what Martians, blah 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 blah. This leads to our next segment. Back to our precipitation. Certain times we've got snow, and there's some moderate snow. Florida! Florida has nothing. A little bit of rain. No hurricanes. Obviously, there's no hurricanes. Watch our radar, folks. See? Like, come down here. The Bahamas are getting hammered. Hammered. And it goes super big. Wow, congrats. That's what he said. Okay, so what's Palm Beach? What's Palm Beach, ladies and gentlemen? Think like what they having. 81 miles away. In a current statement. Not surprised. In fact, every time I view West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, whatever, whoop, this part right here, including this, whoop, has this issue, recurrent statement. Where's my script notes? Do I have a... Can't make it go out. Wow. We're gonna look at the weather for that. I need to look at the weather for Michigan too. Gosh, gotta look at the weather, a bunch of things. But yeah, let's start with this first. Then we don't go to then we go to Michigan, then we go to California wildfires. They don't update that much. Can you hear me? They don't update that much. So, cool skip. No. Zipline. I've never heard of a company called Zipline. Okay, let's look at our data. Data. We're gonna look at our data now. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to fix something again. Guys, it's not your watch. Okay, fix it. We have issues here, but we managed to. Oh, I got a pen. Fix it. Okay. What is this table? Sort out what the heck is this table? It tells me what time the weather starts, what time the rain starts. It also tells me when it stops, when it starts, and when it ends. And that's what you guys need to know too. Yeah. You guys need to know that information too. And I agree with that information. Okay. Today, rain, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Good temperatures. Monday, I'm going to see some light rain. Nothing too drastic. And like I say, if you have any questions or comments, check the chat. Chat's important, you know. Chat's left open for a reason. So start chatting. I want to see people chatting left and right and up and down and blah, 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 blah. So if you need a question about the weather, do one thing, stay your zip code, stay your city, stay your capital, state something. Something. But do not state your address. Why? Because if you state your address, I can look at it and delete it. Probably stop the whole live stream, redo it over. Why? Because your safety is important. And someone states someone's address out there, and they find out who you live, considering how we have a bunch of people who are 14 or under, they're going to decide to do some stuff. Figure out who you are, what you are, where you live, and come to your house and rob you. We don't want that. So do not state your address. State something to help me out find it. Where you are. But not your address. I couldn't figure out your address very easy. 12 a.m., blah, blah, blah. Nothing that bad. You know, temperature is 76, 69 degrees. Close to 6, 7. But not close enough. Nice trying, Generation Zero people. And you brain rot people that you're so goofy. Okay. 70, 68, 66. Close. Not quite. Nice try. But close. 68. Close. 67. Close to 67, but not quite. Let's try. No. 60s and 50s in Florida, ladies and gentlemen. That's shocking. Florida's close to the equator. Why the heck? And there's no warmer temperatures, 70 to 80 degrees. Maybe it's our season called December, called winter. Not sunny. It's sunny, sure. It's cloudy, sure. It's snowing, sure. It's called winter. People don't have seen snow before in the equator. The Bahamas probably didn't see snow. Maybe you guys have. So, congrats. In fact, I heard some people haven't even seen snow. In fact, they can't even know what the heck snow is. What is snow again? Yeah. Snow is cold, wet, and very fun to sled down hills with. I remember one time. In fact, our building, a facility that we have flooded. We didn't have a snow day, folks. Do you know what we had? Keep the building open. No snow day. Not a snow day? And we had a maintenance issue that our roof flooded. And we don't care. Keep the building open. Good for you. 5 p.m., 10 p.m. Nothing drastic. Temperature be 66 degrees. Oh my gosh. Wow. Can you believe it, folks? You guys got lucky. What the heck is this? Whooping! You got 67 degrees, folks. Take that, Judson Media. You like Judson? 67 degrees. You want to put 67 in the chat. Look at that. 67. 6. Would you shut up? You might as well say 67 now, folks. It's right there. Right there in highlighter. 67. Want me to do this? Want me to do this? 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. What the heck? Don't care about that, man. Look at that. 67 degrees. fascinating, isn't it? How fascinating. And it, I really don't like that meme. I'm happy I did not hit the camera, because I would hit that stupid camera. I hit the stupid camera, and I personally don't even care if I was shaking out of stupid flipping rage. Rage. Rage, rage, rage. And you guys are lucky this is 6'7". 6'7". Will you shout with your name? Say in the chat, you might as well. Better end up on TikTok next week for raging. Oh, look at that. Continue going. 76, 75, 71, 71. Look at that on Sunday. 6. You guys go looking again, folks. I'll put on my hat later. Look at this. Another 6, 7 degrees. All the way down the list. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 degrees. 6, 7 degrees. You might as well say it in the chat. You might as well. Folks, I'm strict with my chat rules. If you think I'm not, I am so tired of it. It's my response. It's my response. Huh? Because of brain rot, people. Okay, we're done viewing the Florida weather. I'm done. Michigan weather, California weather. We're just gonna be done. We are so done. By the way, if you ever want to contact me, my number is 872-269-1832, folks. If you ever guys ever want to contact me, my number is 872-269-1832. Phone line's open at 2:35 and all the way up to 9 p.m. 10:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's the current time. It's 12-9-2025. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be off. I'm going to give you some news flash updates real quick before we move to Michigan Oil. We'll be off for a few days, especially next week. 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we'll be off. This week? Not this week. Not including this week. So next week, we'll be on. And then the week after that, we'll be closed out of session. Actually, I want to view the radar one more time to see if anything changed. Oh, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, things kind of shifted a little bit. I don't remember seeing that. You guys re-roll the clip for me? Let me know in the description. Look at that, folks. I don't remember Lansing, Michigan. It's going to be snow. Snow, 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 snow. Keep moving northeast. Well, watch. Keep snowing. Heavy, heavy, heavy. 12 o'clock. Oh, wait. That's Central Daylight Time. Try Eastern Daylight Time. There we go. I love Eastern Daylight Time. Midland Central. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. 12 a.m. 12 a.m. 12 a.m. Go up to 1 a.m. It dissipates at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. It will dissipate. Wow. Detroit's gonna get heavy. Definitely Traverse City's gonna get heavy. Almost. But barely missed it. Looks like it's gonna come in, but whoop. What is like, I changed my mind. I don't feel like impacting them. Take it. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, very poor. Wow. No kidding. Okay. That's the same. Hand call is good. Okay, we're just checking the chat real quick to make sure everything's okay. Okay. Lansing, Michigan. Obviously, it's very poor. Obviously. I can see with my own eyes. It's probably still snowing. Yeah, like look. Oh, come down here. We're not 100% sure when the snow lands. Whoa, go back. Watch this little short radar here. Snow, mix. We're gonna have some sleet. Sleet. That's sleet, folks. We're gonna have some snow, and then we're gonna have some sleet. That was just a short radar for people like myself who don't feel it. Snow. Keep snowing. 2 a.m. it will stop. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Nice try. 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Snow. Mix. Before that, we're going to have light rain. 7 a.m. Facilities open. Light rain. 6 a.m. Light rain. We're going to keep having light rain. Tomorrow, mix. It says sleep. Doesn't give you a time. Why the heck does not give you a time? I have no idea why. I'm not the one who made this. And I should be the one who made this because I usually give out the times. I am not the one who made this. I wish I did. By the way, thanks to Microsoft for letting me use this. Happy Stack copyright. Look at this. I can't, but I can film it. Back to radar. Give you guys a heads up. Expect snow days. You can also use a snow day calculator on the internet. Okay, done with that. Let's move on with our next step. Keep going to the left. San Jones, San Francisco. It's one of. Listen to that. And now we're gonna call it a day. I'm tired. It's 10:25. I myself am very, very tired. All right, look at this. Keep going. Keep going. Sorry. Keep going. Okay. That is chilly. 54, 47, 59, 47, 62, 48, 61, 47, 58, 47, 56, 47, 57, 57, 60, 66, 61, 54, 59, 52, 61, with rain of 41 degrees, 53 degrees, 60 degrees, 51 degrees. Tuesdays, 9 to 20, you're going to see some rain. 21, 22, 51 to 61 to 51 to 22, you have 58 and 49 degrees. The 23rd, you're going to see some 58 degrees and 49 degrees, same temperature, same rain, same everything. Then we have the 24th, 25th, and 26th. 56 degrees, 54, 53, 44, 42, and 41. For 2 days, 24th and 25th, you're going to see some sun. You're going to see some a lot of sun, but your temperature's going to be warm. Then the 26th and 27th, you're going to see some clouds. Very lot of clouds, but not too much. 28, 29, and 30. 43, 42, 43, and 44. 43, 42, 43, 44, 55, 55, and 56 degrees. Such a high temperature, such a low temperature. I feel from the 10th going down to 31st to next year. There's a lot of things going up to January. But hey, what can they say? I'm no weather person. That was a long rhythm. I'm telling you, that was a long rhythm. But yeah, I'm gonna get that over with. Okay, wildfires. But first, let's check out Russia weather. Maybe there's something here in Russia. See if I can read their handwriting. I bet you they fixed. I take that back. We're not doing Russia. They didn't even fix their handwriting yet. If I can't read their handwriting, I cannot tell you the weather. But hey. It's like me saying, like Pyongyang. Okay, and that's the capital, by the way. Not the Lansing, though. Not from Michigan. Some other country. It was like North Korea or South Korea? I don't know. countries? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let you know that we are doing a website. And one more thing before we go, I myself want to check something while I'm here. The chat will not be turned off at this time. But we will want to check, new tab please, WHMI.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard WHMI.com. You're about to find out right now. Welcome to WHMI.com, 935 FM, Livingston County. What's WHMI? Your weather for the day, your weather for the day, tell your school, tells you everything. That's exciting, folks. Let me refresh this page real quick so I can. School closures! Look at that. Right there. Right there. Oh, Southland Community Schools. On Valley Schools in Livingston, Classic County, Whitmore Lake. These are the things that are closed. I don't believe there'll be more closures in the future, folks. According to WHMI.com/community/school closings. This is not going to be good, folks. I'm going to go. I'm going to go back real quick. Okay. Can you go back? Okay, we're back. We can even go listen live right here. Gives us to our call. Wow, while visiting this site. Let's listen to what they have to say. Dancing in the park. I don't know what the heck these are, but I'm just choosing a random one. 10:29. What am I doing? I just want to see if they have something. See it. Okay, that's about it. How fine, I have no idea what this is. I don't know what that is. Go back to WHMI.com, so I have no idea what this. But ladies and gentlemen, we can check school closures. Huh. What day is it? Wednesday the 10th. Not Wednesday the 10th. It's December 10th. It's December 9th. What? I don't get it. Let me explain first real quick. Here's how it works. So they get a phone call to all parents saying, hey, you're not going to school. School's closed tomorrow. Tomorrow.
And it's bedtime.
I said tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. What I mean tomorrow, it basically means tomorrow. It'll be closed. Today was open, but now we're closed tomorrow. Like Southline, Livingston, Huron Valley. Look at WHMI. You can follow them on Facebook or X or Insta. Ladies and gentlemen. Folks, WHMI is a good website. You can look them up WHMI.com. Looks like we're going to have school tomorrow. Harlan's going to have school. And a bunch of other people are going to have school. So, it's going to be pretty bad. Like, our facility had a giant roof break in one time. Whole water spilling down the hallways. And guess what? We had school. Either way. So, folks. I don't know what they're doing. But I don't like it. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And have a wonderful wonderful evening. Oh boy, what's wrong with this? Oh boy.